It's funny. I was looking through my note. Oh, never mind.
None of it's real. It's all a dream.
We're live.
We got 30 seconds.
Man.
They're doing the countdown. I think they can still hear us, though, so don't talk about that.
Are you watching the Guardians-Dodgers game right now?
I flipped it over to the Trump thing for a second, and it was nonsense, and now I'm going to flip it back to Guardians.
Angel Martinez just got drilled on the inside of his left knee, and he is down and down.
I also have some baseball shit that I don't love right now because the Cardinals are actually playing well, and I don't want to get sucked into believing in them because I know they're going to be horrid. But they're 4-2, and they beat two okay teams, and their pitching looks incredible, but I don't want to get excited. All right, what's up? We're live. What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Send out a tweet. You guys talk amongst yourselves, and I'll get this tweet out. And,
Reggie, I got a question.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
How did you decide on that background? Was it by accident or?
No, Wemby did
it. That's Wemby doing the.
Okay, it's Wendy. Okay, but when you put it behind you, did you like plan on having the arms, like the hands over your head, like he's blessing you? Like that's all
sheer luck.
It's
so cool.
Distracting as fuck.
Every time I look at you, like if I just glance, I think you're like making a point. Like Jesus.
Well, I wore a gray shirt too, so it blended in tonight.
It looks like a puppet just pulled up your shirt because I'm sure your hands are up in the air still.
That's why I do this. It kind of.
So yeah, I was just saying before we came on the air, I don't know about these Cavaliers, man. My Cleveland Cavs.
Well, they got the greatest. They got the greatest playoff performer of the last 10 years to join the team at the trade deadline.
Yeah, that trade doesn't look great right now,
especially with Garland tearing it up.
Yep.
But they had to get rid of Garland. Maybe not Garland, but they had to get rid of either Mobley, Garland, Allen, or Donovan.
I think Allen's going next.
I don't know, man. The way he's been playing, have you seen how he's been playing the last 3 or 4 months?
But he's hurt, right?
He's always hurt.
No, he's back. He's fine. He's back. He had some knee tendonitis. He missed 8 games. 9 games. He played all 82 games last year.
He missed 12 games in 4 weeks. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah. So you're saying he's missed more games than LaMelo this year?
That's scary. That's scary, Rock.
He's missed. He's not under the threshold. Let's put it that way. He's not under the 65 game threshold.
Okay, fair enough.
So that's a guy who's playing. But this guy just, I don't know what happened to him in the last 2-3 months. He just flipped the switch where he looks like he could be our most important player. When he's not out there, we just suck.
It's crazy though, because did you listen to Bill Simmons from Sunday night where they did the draft of which teams they don't want to face? And
no, I did not.
The Cavs were pretty far down the list in terms of if you're an NBA team and you made the playoffs, who don't you want to face? And obviously the good teams, the Pistons, the Thunder, those type of teams are in there. But the Cavs were pretty far down the list. The only team that I know that is worse on that list offhand is Orlando, because I don't know what the fuck Orlando's doing.
Oh, yeah. Orlando sucks.
Yeah,
we're pretty much locked into the 4 seed at this point.
Which, I mean, you're gonna have home court, which I think is big for you guys, especially watching those games with you the last couple of years.
Yeah,
and
in the playoffs,
they
haven't been the dominant home team they have been in recent years this year, though.
Right.
They haven't been dominant in any area, really.
Right.
Of anything.
Like a couple of years ago, you're you got this great defense, you got the defensive player of the year, you got these great shot makers, and now it's just kind of what do they do excellent?
My buddy says they're the cool kids.
But that doesn't help you win games.
It doesn't, but the only hope that I could harbor for this team right now, the way they've been playing, is that they are playing the cool kid role and that they will, quote unquote, flip the switch come playoff time, because they've had one of the easiest schedules in the league, maybe the easiest over the last two months or so.
Yeah,
and they're they were 12.5-point favorites to Miami, and they lost.
That
They
was
were
kind of shocking.
17.5-point favorites against Utah the other night, and the game came down. I mean, they ended up winning by like 9 or 10, but the game came down to the very end of the game. Like, it wasn't a blowout game at all. They were they were a 1.5 underdog to LA last night, and then just got fucking rolled from the tip. Did you see the opening tip off?
I did not. I was watching baseball.
Opening tip went right to Donovan Mitchell. He ran right down the court to try to lay it in, and LeBron, with like a classic LeBron chase down, just swatted it.
Where LeBron actually gave a fuck on defense for a minute.
Dude, I don't know if you've been watching LeBron for the last month. Has been LeBron. It's been really weird.
Yeah, it has been. I've noticed that too. It's like he's re-energized. By the way, speaking of the Lakers, I just watched the Lamar Odom documentary on Netflix. It was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. What's up, okay, kid?
So the 6 games the Cavs have left, their toughest 2 games are against the Hawks. They play the Hawks twice. Then they play the Wiz, the Pacers, the Grizz, and the Warriors. They've got the 28th easiest strength of schedule.
How many games are they up on 4th place? Like, would they shut it down the last 2 or 3 games?
They could. They're up like 4 games maybe on.
Okay, so they win 2 or 3 more games, and they can rest their players the last couple of games.
They're up 4 games with the Hawks win tonight. If the Raptors, if they win tonight, they'll be tied at same record.
So they win 2 or 3 more games, they can shut it down, which I think they probably need rest. No, like, I mean, you know the team better than I do, but
Rox, would you rather the Cavs play the Hawks or the Raptors?
Right now, probably the Raptors.
Probably
good lately.
So the Hawks the Cavs actually play the Hawks twice in the next week.
Right.
So that could determine 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus your 4th place position. They can't rest against the Hawks.
Where are the Hawks and Raptors in terms of 5-6?
So Hawks are 6, right? Raptors are 7.
So the Cavs have 29 losses. The Hawks and the Raptors have 33 losses.
Okay.
And they're 5-6.
So fighting it. Okay.
They're 5-6 currently.
So if we lose to the Hawks, we're going to end up playing the Hawks.
Well, if you split with the Hawks, you could play the Hawks too. If you win 2 games against the Hawks, you'll probably get the Raptors, because my guess is the Hawks could fall to 7 or 8 if they lose 2 to you guys.
How good is Jalen Johnson, by the way?
Yeah, he's really good.
Like, damn.
Pretty fucking good. Yeah.
If I'm Houston, I'm like, man, did we really want to get rid of this guy? Like,
but see, the Hawks also play the Heat and the Knicks. Their only easy game is Brooklyn. So the Hawks, if they lose twice to the Cavs, they could fall 3 games.
Well, Reggie, we want teams to start resting people, because the Hornets really need some help. They're going to have to win 4
I've got to be honest.
To get a home play. They're going to have to win 4 or 5 to get a home playoff game.
I've been considering cashing in that Hornets playoff bet.
Really? What's the cash out now?
It's down. I mean, it's way down. It's like 15.
Okay, well, I mean,
but I just don't like to risk it on play-in. You know, anything can happen.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, only one team has gone from the 10th to make the playoffs.
Was that really Heat 2 years ago?
It was the Heat, yeah. Last year. And then guess what happened to the Cavs when the Heat last year?
That's true too. Yeah. Well, the Heat are down.
Cavs destroyed the Heat last year in the playoffs.
That's right.
So
that was beautiful.
They did. They really destroyed them. And then they got destroyed by Indiana.
Orlando lost, which is good for the Hornets. And the Heat are down 17. So the Hornets could be 8th by the end of the night, Rock.
Yeah, but they're not going to get into 7th, I don't think.
Yeah, they can get to 7th.
I mean 6th.
It depends on what the Cavs do to the Hawks.
Home game and they have 2 chances to win against Orlando or the Heat. Like,
that's big. You're right.
The Hornets need to go 4-2, and like I mentioned in Discord today, they need to win their next 2. If they don't beat the Suns and the Pacers the next 2 games,
they don't win those 2 games, they're fucked. And then the hope is somebody rest players.
Did you see how they just brought the hammer though last night and just destroyed the Nets?
Yeah,
that's something the Cavs don't do. The Cavs don't have that like killer instinct I don't know.
The Hornets didn't shoot well either.
Well, Reggie, you made a good point in Discord today when we were kind of lamenting the fact that they had 2 losses. It's just, I don't think they played bad. They just shot horribly for 2 straight games. So, like, could they turn it around? I wouldn't give up on this team because they've impressed me the whole way. But, like,
so Rock, we're upset that the Hornets only went 5-2 on their 7-game homestand. That's where it's gotten to this year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is a big turnaround from.
We are upset that the Hornets only went 5-2 on their 7-game homestand.
Right.
But like,
I didn't like that collapse they had. It was I think it was last weekend. It was against a pretty good team, and they had them. Yes.
The 76ers was one of the. The 76ers is one of the few games this year I felt Coach Lee was outcoached.
Yeah, they got worked.
He needed to pull.
And also the next day,
one rebound away from winning that game. We were one rebound.
They got worked over by the Celtics without Derek White and without. There was a couple guys.
That was the really bad shooting game. That one was like just nobody could shoot. Point taken. It was a really bad game, but I just think that was one of those nights where you're like, "Fuck, man, we can't do anything."
That one didn't bother me. It was a back-to-back.
Good luck, Big. I was saying good luck, Big. He's in here, but he's heading to hockey.
Dr. Steve Brule. I'll have to try to play those videos, Cart Pig, but thanks for coming by for a minute at least.
Yeah.
By the way, Rock, Cart Pig said he was impressed with our Avs knowledge in the last stream. So
yeah, I was happy to hear that. I did once attend an Avs Blackhawks game where I was able to go into the locker rooms and hang out with the players and the wives and stuff like that.
Now, do you want to talk about how you and I were both dumb before many people get here, or do you just want to leave that quiet?
Dumb
I think the general public knows, but go ahead.
I think
one example of me maybe not realizing that baseball continued, and then your problem of who was pitching one night.
Oh no, we don't need to. When I thought Sasaki was Yamamoto.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell the story unless you really don't want me to.
No, I don't care.
Okay. So the other night, Rock texted me. He goes, "I'm going to make this bet. Yamamoto's strikeouts are 4, which means you have to get 4 or more to win the bet."
I was like, how is this so friendly? How are these odds so friendly for Yamamoto?
That's crazy though, man. And then he's like, "Did he not pitch much?" And I was like, "No, he just pitched Thursday." And in the back of my head, I'm like,
"This is his debut tonight?" Because I looked, I Googled Sasaki's game log.
Yeah.
And I was like, he hasn't pitched. But in my head, Sasaki was Yamamoto.
Yeah. So anyway, long story short, he sends me the bet, and it's not Yamamoto pitching, it's Rory Sasaki. And I'm like, dude, those are 2 totally different people.
He still hit 4 strikeouts.
He did have 4. You won the bet. That's all that really matters. But I was like, dude, those are 2 totally different
The crazy thing is this. When I was texting you, I was texting Yamamoto.
Yeah.
Like the name Yamamoto. And I'm putting in the bet Sasaki.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize it was different.
Whatever. Shit happens, man. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
What else do we want to talk about? Is anything going on here? Oh, we need to talk about the party, Rock, if we're going to do it or not. I got to get on it. So.
Oh, yeah.
Party at my house. I just like, what if the game's on a weekday though? You don't really want to do that, so it would have to be.
When is it again?
I don't know.
I mean, it's a Hornets party, right?
It would be a Hornets. Yeah, it would be like. Well, if it's a playing game, we don't know when those are, right?
They're usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Because there's like a week. There's a week break, and then they do it on the weekend, the first round of the playoffs.
Can we table it to see if they make the playoffs, and then once we get the schedule, we can pick?
Yeah. So if there's a play-in, we won't do it because that would be on a weekday,
right?
But if they make the actual playoffs, we could do it because that would be like a Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night type thing.
Now the appeal in the past is always the pool, but I'm not sure that pool is functional anymore.
No, I think everybody just wants to watch the game. But if we could do that, I think that makes more sense.
I could put a couple of TVs outside, maybe, like where it's shaded.
I can't imagine there's more than 10 or 15 of us at this thing. So
yeah, no, I'm open. Okay. I would think it would be great. I would love it.
All right. So
So
let's
send
say
me the address so I can bring and the location of the helicopter pad. So
I'm never going to send Reggie my address. Someone's going to have to knock him out and bring him here in a trunk. He can't. He doesn't know where I live.
You have to blindfold him or something. Yeah, exactly. It's like the location of the Bat Cave or some bullshit. All right.
I'll be getting these anti-LeBron like things on my lawn.
Dun, dun, dun.
How LeBron? I mean, he's the second greatest player of all time.
Okay, so the playoffs would begin April 18th, which is a what?
Off the top
Saturday.
of my head,
Okay, yeah. So I think we could do that if we know they make the actual playoffs. We can
the
do
first
like
game would be great.
yeah, like a Saturday game or something. Yeah. It's just whether or not we can get the money and everything coordinated in time.
Yeah, but they'll play those games on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. They'll break them up because there'll be 8 different series going on. So we don't know which
Not
one.
a guaranteed set. But if Sunday's fine, too.
So basically, Friday night, Saturday, or Sunday is okay? Well, I guess it would just be Saturday or Sunday.
Or Friday night.
Okay.
We know that it'll probably be a Saturday at 2:00 game because the Hornets will not be prime time.
Yeah, true.
No.
It'll probably be a day game.
Cavs will be the first Saturday game. They always are, and they always lose it.
Portland will be – well, no, Portland's out. No, unless if Portland comes east, that'll be a day game. Orlando will be a day game if they make it.
Did you say Portland?
Portland? That has nothing to do with the Charlotte. There's no way they can play them.
No, I'm just thinking of the playoffs. I'm saying like trying to go through the list of what the playoff starting times would be.
Yeah. There'll probably be a noon Saturday game for the Hornets, 1 versus 8, Detroit versus Charlotte. They'll put Boston and New York in the primetime games.
Well, I think that'll be more fun than going out to a bar and like it'll be less expensive. Yeah.
The only advantage to a bar is someone else cleans up. So
that's true. But we'll kick rock kids a couple of bucks and
look. If I'm hosting, then I assume the cleanup responsibilities.
All right. Well, don't say that because now we're going to intentionally make a mess.
You better not do that. My house is already.
How come Quan hasn't hit 2 home runs for us yet?
And he hit the ball hard his first at bat, didn't he?
Yeah.
But Arias hit a home run, and then Quan, flied out the same inning.
The more I watch baseball, the more I just know it's totally fucking random. Like going into opening day, I was looking through the list. I was like, okay, I'm going to bet somebody to hit 2 home runs because I know it's going to be I know somebody's going to do it. It happens every year. And I was looking at Brandon Lau, and I was like, nah, he probably won't do it. And of course he does it. I could have made so much. I had like $25 in free bets. I'm just kicking myself for that. So every day since then, I've been just betting somebody to hit 2 home runs. I was like, somebody's going to fucking do this sometime. And then like, if you look at Shohei's, for him to hit 2 home runs, it's only like 9-1. I'm like, that's
the thing.
Insanity.
I'm going to stop betting most home run props because the odds have gotten out of control.
Yeah.
Difficult. They're not right. Like 9-1. Wouldn't that suggest that he's going to hit 2 home runs once every 9 or 10, 11 games?
Well, empirically, yeah, right. But that's not going to happen.
No.
Exactly.
No, it's not.
Yeah. And especially when he pitched last night. So tonight
there were games last year where he was minus 225 to hit a home run,
which is just fucking insanity. Yeah, it's like
you can't bet it.
Yeah, the best baseball player on the planet hits a home run 1 every 9 at bats or something. Like it's not.
Like you wouldn't even have bet that in Barry Bonds, in the height of his giant head.
No, his giant head.
I gotta get rid of the screensaver, by the way.
I can send you I can email you my screensaver, Rock, so we all can have the moose.
I think people's eyes would go sideways really fast if that happened because that shit is no, don't do. Come on, don't do that.
My hands are bigger than Wendy's. We should invite her to our stream. That way he can sue us.
SGA is definitely winning the MVP, right?
I think so. I don't think there's any doubt. People are all about, Wemby does this defensive, defense. You know what? SGA is a really good defender too. And last time I checked, it's OKC who has the number 1 defense in the NBA, not San Antonio.
Well, I think for you to wrestle it away from SGA, you would have had to have an historic type season, not a good season. You know what I mean? Kind of like you got to beat the champ type of thing. You can't beat him on points. You got to knock him
Doesn't play
out
enough
type
minutes,
deal.
you know, like
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I don't think you can take it away from SGA at this point. But I think going forward, like starting next year, as long as with these big guys, it's always a health thing. The feet,
Right.
especially concerning. Not that they have been yet. Or there's any reason to be concerned yet, but the concern is he's 7'6". But it's going to come to a point where he's just going to.
Do you know what my guilty pleasure is with NBA basketball this year?
What's that?
After the Heat lose a game, going to the Heat YouTubers and watching them.
That's the best. I do that shit all the time when I'm watching a baseball game and I want the team to lose. I'll always watch those announcers. Like tonight, I'm watching the Dodgers announcers. When I was watching the Cardinals game today, I was watching the Mets announcers. I was just like, fuck them. I love it when they're like, I can't believe we lost to this team.
On an under the radar game tonight that's good for the Hornets, the Pacers are winning.
Why does that matter?
Because the Pacers don't want to win 2 games in a row.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Really getting into it.
That's very true.
Just win the rest of their games.
So I know I keep asking you this, Rock, but did you listen to the last Bill Simmons podcast?
No, I haven't listened to Simmons. It's been a while since I listened to Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you were an NBA team, I'll pose this to you guys, and then I'll kind of go through the information. If you were an NBA team, would you actively try to trade for Giannis this offseason?
Yeah, well, that's a very open question.
I'm just asking the question. You can go from there, but I'm just saying let's talk about it.
Yes.
The blank slate, yeah, of course.
So I have this question I want to.
It depends the situation. It depends on my situation.
Yeah.
So
So here's a question: if Giannis, and I think this is what's going to happen, he will give a list of teams he'll be traded to. If he picks the Knicks, the Heat, the Lakers, the Warriors, and the Hornets, who can make the best trade offer?
Okay, we can talk about that next, but I think you're both wrong, so we'll have to start with that. How many players have played 14 years in the NBA and still averaged 20 and 10?
Kevin Durant, LeBron James.
No, not
20
LeBron.
and 10?
No, not LeBron for 10. It's the 10.
When he's 37? That was 8 years ago, yeah.
Go to the question again.
14 years in the league and averaged 20 and 10.
Well, I mean, will Kareem
On their after their 14th year or later?
20 and 10?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
So I believe there's 6 is the correct answer, which it'll be his 14th year. How many guys have been over 32 and averaged 23 and 10, which is his career numbers, or lower than his career numbers?
It's really hard to compare that to the older players. Yeah,
not a lot.
Okay, Moses Malone. So what I'm saying is,
though, just last longer.
There's not a great track record of guys 32 or older, 14 years in the league or older, getting over 20 and 10. And if you trade for him, you're going to have to give him a 3-year contract worth $200 million or a 4-year contract worth $280 million. And you're going to have to give up all that draft capital. And he's been hurt for the last 5 years.
That's the scary thing for me is the calf strain.
Right.
So who are the 6 guys? Let me ask you that I've
I don't remember it offhand, but it's the guys you would think. It's like Wilt, LeBron, like all-time greats. It's not like just an all-star type guy. So like to me, those guys weren't constantly hurt the 4 years before they got traded. Those guys didn't cost 5 first-round draft picks. Those guys didn't cost $300 million.
So the thing is, I don't think it's going to cost that much. I think he'll have to do what Kevin Durant did and not take a max contract.
Oh, no way! It's going to cost that much. He's going to want a max deal for 3 years.
I'm
So
just looking at
Chewy-
the chat. I just want everyone to see that Paulie Wiswit, everyone has to comment their favorite game announcer
oh, nice.
to win. I don't know what they're going to try to win.
It's in the
Cam
Discord.
Jones, number
Yeah.
62 rookie debut, which is a pretty decent moment. So I'll give you mine. I liked watching Vin Scully. I used to, when I would work all the time and I'd get up early, I'd put on the Dodgers game and listen to him to go to sleep. And dude, he was just one dude, did it all by himself, had a great voice, always told great stories. Like, to me, there's nobody better than Vin. And I'm not a Dodgers fan, but like, to me, that's like the voice of baseball is Vin Scully for sure. I don't know. What do you
mine,
think,
right?
Brock?
You know,
Oh,
mine, right?
yes. Hammy.
Tommy Hamilton.
Hammy?
Yeah.
Let's do the happy dance.
Yeah,
The Heat have officially lost. Woo woo.
Nice.
You already got your hands up in the air.
Hornets
I mean,
are officially 8th
obviously the
place in the
Detroit
East.
guy is great.
Marv was an all-timer.
Marv is great. I'm not a big Breen guy. People love him, but I'm not a big Breen guy.
Oh, I like Mike Breen.
I used to love who was it with Joe Morgan on Sunday Night Baseball? The guy that did the Giants forever. No, the guy that did the Giants for a while. Not Shambi. Looks like Shambi. Big guy, red hair. Fuck. Anyway, I loved that.
Thank you, Mac. We appreciate
Obviously,
that.
Jack and Joe Buck. Yeah, shout out Mac for donating money to us and saying
both the Bucks are too.
Awesome,
I feel like
Shout out Mac for the compliment. That's what I was referring to.
Oh, there we go.
That's true.
Mac knows what's up. Come up here and join us.
I've told this story about Hawk Harrelson before, right?
Who? Before we go any further, and Chewy was on the
Harrelson.
stream.
Yeah.
We are rooting for the Kings tonight. Go Kings. Go Kings.
Yes, we are. Hawk Harrelson, the announcer for the White Sox. The guy goes, "Put it on the board."
Yeah.
Yes. That
Yeah.
guy. Okay. Well, they come into Charlotte to do it. This is before I was even up in Chicago. They come. Maybe I shouldn't tell this. Fuck it. All right.
Yes, you should.
So they come into Chicago, or they come in from Chicago because, like the big team will always play the AAA team right before the season starts. So he comes in the clubhouse. He goes, "Hey, big guy," he introduces himself. "I'm Hawk." I was like, "Okay, I'm John," or whatever. And he goes, "I need a giant glass of orange juice." And I was like, "Okay, I can get you a glass of orange juice." He's like, "No, I need a giant glass of orange juice." So I just gave him the whole thing of orange juice. I was like, "He's only going to drink orange juice, for breakfast or whatever." And then I work my way up there, and
Screwdriver.
I don't have to say what he's doing, but he's not just drinking orange juice, if you know what I mean, at like 11:30 in the morning.
Early morning screwdrivers to get things going.
Yes, exactly. So he tipped us pretty well, but he's just like the giant thing of orange juice, and I was like, I don't mean what he's doing.
That little one's not gonna. That little cup's not gonna cut it, son.
Yeah, because I was just gonna give him like a glass of orange juice. He's like, "Nah, that ain't gonna cut it, man."
Nope.
You need a big vase of orange juice is what you need.
Can I tell a joke?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just heard this one recently, and Rock, I need you to help me with it. Answer as honestly as you can. Okay. What do you call a woman in heaven? An angel.
Wait,
Angel.
what this joke? Or
Angel.
wait, hold on. We gotta ask.
Angel.
Hold on.
Reggie.
Hold on.
Reggie,
Angel.
do we really want to tell this joke?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Rock, what do you call a bunch of women in heaven?
Angels.
A host of angels. What do you call all women in heaven?
Oh, Jesus Christ! What?
Peace on earth.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Told you it was a married man joke.
That would not be peace on earth for me. Well,
No,
yeah, I mean,
no.
maybe for a couple days, and then wait.
Easy. Only one of us is not married up here, so if anybody's
thought you were
telling that
married,
joke, it
JD.
should probably be me. Oh, fuck no.
I,
Only living things in my house right now are me and my dog. So
how about these
I
Cleveland
told the Joey
Guardians?
Votto story.
Go ahead.
What's that?
How about these Cleveland Guardians up 2-0 on these Dodgers?
I know,
with
man.
Their ace, with their ace on the hill.
I'm trying.
go Kings. Go
Trying
Kings.
not to get excited about a couple of these teams, Rock, and you're not helping me, man.
Trying not to get excited
The
about which
pitching has
team.
been excellent. Any of the teams that I kind of want to win, the Guardians, the Cardinals, the Orioles.
Oh, guards.
I told you they fired my guy, right? The Orioles fired my guy.
Yeah.
Who's your guy?
Mark Shires was the athletic trainer for the Orioles, and they let him go this offseason. So fuck them.
Kings up 9, enter the third. Woo!
All right. Toronto actually looked good today. Gosman had 10 strikeouts today. And I told you Okamoto is going to hit some fucking home runs, but I just don't know about his batting average. Him and Murakami for the White Sox, man, those Japanese imports have been crushing it this first week.
One thing I do know that I still have is my notes that I took during your baseball pre-stream.
Burn those because I'm going to be wrong about all of them because the Phillies have been horrible, man. They had to bring in a position player to pitch the other day, and his fastball didn't even show up on the radar gun.
Oh, whoa!
It has to be 40 miles an hour to show up on the radar gun.
I can throw 40 miles an hour underhand, I think.
I promise you, it didn't show up, and then every once in a while you'd see like 42, 43.
Banana Mac, I've been good. How about yourself?
Yeah, Mac's legend here. She went on a little bit of a bender, from what I understand. So
I told her to come up here.
So I remember my 3 over/under questions from preseason.
I don't have my Discord open.
Do you remember yours, Rock? Your over/under questions? You don't remember them?
No, not at all. I know I wrote them down, and I think I know what notebook I wrote them in. I have like 18 notebooks laying around. I write everything in notebooks.
So let's plan it for next Wednesday. Great. Let's plan it for next Wednesday if we do it. If you're available.
Try to find them. Okay.
But here's the thing. Was I the only one to do this? I feel
no,
like
we each had I remember we each had at least
had 3. We had 3.
And then
no.
Reggie had,
I'm saying, was I the only one to record it? I feel like that's crazy that I would be the only one that recorded it.
No, you and JD both recorded
it. Yeah, because I put mine in a Google document, so I have all of them.
Oh, if you have all of them, then let's.
His computer is slow.
If I can find it,
Okay.
So I'll have to look through my Google Docs.
His computer is special. I'm sorry.
No, this is my free computer, and it's slow as shit, so I might have to actually buy one.
Yeah.
Rock, do you want to tell us a story about one of your students today?
Oh, God.
Yeah, we like to hear about those.
No, Reggie.
See, here we go.
Hey, buddy.
Here we go. My daughters have dance class Wednesday and Thursday night. And on Wednesday, my one daughter has 2 hours of dance class. And the dance class is like catty corner to a bar. And so it's like a really nice neighborhood local bar. They serve beer and wine, and
it's kind of like an actual pub because it's like a community center /
Yeah, it is like a community center.
Area is kind of like a community center / bar, restaurant, what sells shit.
There's literally a homeless guy who, like, is just a fixture there. Like, he's part of the community of the common market. He's just a really nice dude, but he just keeps all of his stuff in the back, you know.
Man, if people know you, that's about as good as it gets for a homeless person, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's great. I talk to him all the time because
give you shit.
He's a Steelers fan.
Yeah,
Steelers fan. So every time I see him, I'm like, "Hey, go Browns!" At first, he always gives me this like look, like "What the fuck?" And then he sees it's me, and he's like, "Oh." So, anyways, there was a new bartender there tonight, so I ordered a beer. I'm looking at her. I'm like, man, she looks so familiar. I've seen her up there, maybe working, but never tending bar.
Right.
So I asked her, I was like, what's your name? How long you been working here? And she's like, oh, it's Bella. She's like, it's my first week behind the bar. I was like, okay, yeah. I thought I recognized you. I was like, but I swear I feel like I know you from somewhere else besides here. And she just kind of looked at me. She's like, I went to Piedmont, Mr. Kolar. Piedmont's the school I taught at.
It was one of his students. It was one of his students.
It was not actually one of my students.
Oh, okay. All right.
Talked about it. She had Mr. Booth for math, but she just remembered who I was. I had no clue who she was.
So are
Like,
you going to direct? Are you going to direct a movie called Rocky's Girl about this?
No, he's going to give her an application to be a honeybee, though. I had to make one joke. All right.
Cheerleader jokes are okay. All right. That's right.
We talked about this last week. I still think the Vegas expansion team for the NBA is Bad News Bears. Like, I just don't see it. I don't get it at all. That market's not that big. That city's dying. They have 4 other professional sports teams there. The TV market is smaller than Greenville, South Carolina.
Also, the sports teams there are all very new, so it's like they haven't really tested it out how long they can support these.
Like, I feel like the Aces are kind of the Aces and maybe the Knights are kind of established because they did win a championship. So
Vegas is a destination place. People will go there, catch a Raiders game, and then spend 3 days gambling.
Right. I understand
it's like
that.
catching a show. Like
I'm not worried about the ticket sales because all the casinos are going to have suites, all that kind of shit. My thing is, especially in baseball, the way you make money is by TV revenue. And that TV market is 31st. Like I said, smaller than Greenville, South Carolina. So I don't know what the TV revenue is going to be like that. And why is the NBA adding a team there when there are much bigger cities that could help the national TV market versus other things? You know what I mean?
I already said how I feel about the whole thing, and that is that the NBA, there's simply not enough talent to expand this league.
I disagree.
You can't expand this league because you already have a fifth, a sixth of the league that simply can't compete.
Well, I a little bit disagree with that in that a fifth of the league is not trying to compete, which is a different problem to me.
Because they see no other way out. They see no other way to
I get that. I'm just
get better.
I'm just saying, like, as a
Damn
fan
it,
of a
Quan just walked.
Oh, I'm a little bit behind you. It's 3-1.
Oh.
So when the league had fewer teams and the Lakers and the Celtics were into play in the finals every year, there weren't enough talented players. You can look at the parity in the league now and see that there are more talented players. That's part of the reason we have so much parity, because there's so much talent spread out that makes so many teams. The Hornets are in 8th place or 10th place, 8th place at the end of the night, hopefully, with 3 young potential all-star players, and they're the 10th place team. There's just so much talent in this league. Will it be diluted to 2 more teams? Yeah, 10%. But next year's draft, this year's draft's going to have 6 to 10 all-stars in it.
Was that a hit and run or something? What was that, Rock? Was that a hit and run?
Oh, jeez. He just either that or he just got a terrible jump.
Oh, it looks like an okay jump.
Yeah, he's out by a mile. That must have been a miscommunication.
That had to be like a hit and run or something that the hitter missed.
Yeah, Angel's 0-2.
Reggie, I tend to agree with you, man.
Imagine a world where, and I know the Wizards have improved a little bit with recent moves. Maybe they've improved, but like imagine a world where you think about the Wizards the last 10 years, and now their roster is even more diluted. Like,
so I'm against the lottery. I think the worst team should get the number 1 pick. If the Utah Jazz had gotten Cooper Flagg last year, they would not be tanking this year. If the Hornets had got Stephen Castle, which was their
how do you
pick,
that? Because if that was the case, the way things are now, these teams would come out and just sit down as soon as the tip. They'd sit on the floor, and so they'd lose every game.
Yeah, but you only have the 3 or 4 teams doing it. No team starts the season thinking they have no hope.
Oh, yes, they do.
Oh, there was at least 5 this year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, God bless the Wizards, but
that's
I don't
better than
thought they were making the playoffs this year.
But I think that there are teams that should get. I'd like to see it be mostly chalk. I'd love to see a team. I'd love to see the Kings, the Nets, the Wizards, and the Jazz get the top 4 picks in some order. I want those teams to get the top 4 picks because they need a player. They need that guy.
I do want to talk about the draft with you guys, but say you're an NBA owner, both you, Reggie, you, Rock, you, and whoever's in chat today. If you were and you go to the meeting, are you voting yes or no on expansion?
Yes, give me that $400 million cash.
Okay, Rock.
The 400 mil.
I think it's actually
Maybe even 500.
It'd
Maybe
be 500 if it's
500
if
mil.
if it's 8 billion per team.
It's enticing. It's enticing. I wish I could do it only if Seattle would get a team, and that would be it. That's it. Just Seattle.
That's what I would approve too. Yes, because
but Seattle won't bring 10 billion. Vegas will.
So what? It's good for the league. You gotta look. What sports leagues kind of forget about is rabid fan bases are just good for the league overall. Those games that are on television where the crowd is going nuts.
Yes,
and,
yes.
David and Goliath type of thing.
Yeah.
It's just good for the league.
Now,
and they look at short-term revenues way too much. All leagues do.
Let's talk about what you're giving up as an owner if you vote yes. You're turning your 1/30th of the revenue for TV into 1/32nd revenue forever.
Basically it's a loan. You're going to get your money back over time if you pay that $10 billion. So you're giving every owner $400 million, $500 million, and you're eventually going to make it back.
Yeah, but I'm saying as an existing owner, you're getting $500 million in exchange for 1/32nd of the TV rights forever.
Understood.
And if you're baseball, you don't
if you're
make money back over time because you're not even paying it.
Very soon, there will be no family-owned NBA franchises. They'll be part of bigger portfolios of investment organizations that own them with different governors running them.
That was just
part of doing the business.
That was my point about the Lakers at the beginning of the season. Was they're not a rich family. They just happen to own one huge asset. So like, you're not going to see that anymore. They're just the things are getting out of control. And what's crazy is when Jordan bought the Bobcats, he bought them for $260 million, which sounds like absolutely nothing now. That's insanity. And
he's a good businessman.
140 of that was debt. So he really only outlaid 120 million. And what did he sell it for? 2.8 in 12 years or something? That's fucking good return on investment.
He's always been a good businessman.
And he sold it too soon.
Yeah, and he sold it too soon. Yeah. Like, honestly, the Hornets are probably worth 3.5 now, 4. I mean, if an expansion team's worth 8, the Hornets are worth 4. I don't.
The new ownership group is legit.
Dude, they're crushing it. Yeah, I really think they are, except for charging me $800 for fucking playoff tickets.
That's just according to the 2025's Forbes valuations, the Hornets value is approximately $3.8 billion.
Yeah, okay. So close to $4 billion. Yeah. I think that's right. Yeah. What's the lowest ranked team on there, Reggie?
Well, the Hornets are 26th.
Okay, but the lowest one's New Orleans?
I just Googled it. AI told me that based on Forbes. I don't have the whole thing.
I'm going to guess it's New Orleans just because of the arena.
Here's the full list. Hold on. I found it. Grizzlies are 3.5. Pelicans are 3.55. The Wolves are 3.6. The Pistons are 3.65. And the Hornets are 3.8 billion. Then the Orlando Magic at 3.9 and the Jazz at 4.1.
Are those the lowest ones?
Those are the lowest ones.
Yeah, I got Grizzlies, Pelicans, Wolves, Pistons, Hornets, Magic, Jazz.
It's crazy we're worth more than the Pistons.
Yeah, but a lot of that has to do with the arena and shit like that, right? Like,
well, the Hornets got a $300 million city investment from the arena. That makes
right.
Sense.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. That helps a lot. And New Orleans, if a team was going to move, I think New Orleans and Memphis are two prime candidates to move, right?
Get out.
Memphis to Nashville would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Hosey. Nice. Let's go, Hosey. Dude, he's going to get the 400, isn't he?
A majestic bless, yes.
That's
He's
crazy.
been struggling to start the season, but I have no doubt that he'll get there.
That's insanity, man. Where was he drafted? Do you remember?
Late.
I know nobody gives a shit about baseball, so talk about basketball amongst yourselves.
Drafted very late, I'm sure. And
come on, Kings. You're cut at the
really
4.
barely even got up to the majors. But then once they got him up, just couldn't leave. Couldn't bring him back down.
Chewy, your Kings are losing the lead. Do something, Chewy.
What about your boy Chase getting hurt, Rock?
Well, the x-rays were negative.
That's very good.
But that has been his MO his whole minor league career. That's why he's old enough to be brought up as a full-time player, but he does not have nearly enough at-bats in the minor league, which you taught me about.
That's just such a freak thing where you foul something off. Like, you never see that where somebody actually, like, I'm sure it hurts. I've had guys tell me, if you want to feel what it's like, go out to the garage and hit your foot with a hammer.
Right.
But like, you don't see guys miss a lot of time because of that. It's just got to hit the actual right place.
I just feel like maybe there's damage that's just not a broken bone, perhaps.
Yeah, like a deep bruise, contusion type thing. Or,
yeah, you know how those things, he couldn't even. I mean, he stayed in and he actually made contact with the ball, and he couldn't. Run out of the batter's box.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Although, if you hit that right part of your ankle, I guess you don't really have to hit it that hard for it to feel horrible. He was drafted in the 6th round, 196th overall.
Okay, so that's higher than I thought.
Oh wait, hold on. That might be a football player named Jose Ramirez. Reggie, you want to give us an update on the scores?
Yeah, the Kings are only up 5 with 5 minutes to go.
Okay, and the Heat lost, right?
Heat lost, Magic lost. The Hornets are officially in 8th place.
Nice.
And Rock, you actually need the Raptors to win because the Hawks are getting closer to the Cavs now.
I don't really care though. It's not. I'm not going to try to.
You want the Knicks?
If we can't beat both the Hawks and the Raptors, whoever we play, then we don't deserve to go on anyways.
Would you like to get the 3rd place because the Knicks are fading?
I don't care.
By the way, I'm a fucking moron. Jose Ramirez is from outside the United States. He wasn't drafted. Duh. Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot.
Oh, yeah.
International guys don't get drafted.
That makes a lot of sense.
I'm telling you, man, this shit doesn't work all the time. Like, oh yeah, Jose Ramirez from Eastern Michigan. No, it's an international signee. Yeah, okay. I'm stupid. Well,
Manny Ramirez was from New York City, right?
Was he?
Well, I know whenever we played in New York, he had like 100 people there.
I'll tell you the craziest.
I am not sure he was drafted.
I'll tell you the craziest shit ever in baseball in terms of like just weird things, not like a great story. But after 9/11, I remember working my ass off because every player that was born in like, maybe not every, but most players that were born in like Dominican, Venezuela, Central America, not Mexico, but like Central and Southern America, all their ages and names changed like instantly because they had to actually present the real draft, like the real birth certificates and shit. So like I remember Furcal was supposedly 18 and then the next day he's 23 and he's got a different middle name. Like, because all those guys just fucking like I'm 13 or whatever. Yeah,
pitcher from Cuba.
Yeah,
exactly. He ended up being like 37 or like something crazy.
Yeah, like Albert Pujols, who's going bald, says he's 24, and then the next day, I'm 28 now. Like, and Furcal's the craziest one because he actually went out drinking on his 21st birthday and got busted because the cops thought he was underage because he said he was so young. And then he had to go to court and be like, nah, I'm really, you know,
I
21.
really am. Yeah.
It's fucking insanity, man. I can't believe they got away with that shit pre 9/11, but yeah, all those guys just fake stuff. But can you imagine being like a 14-year-old kid in the Dominican Republic who gets drafted and signs for $1 million or something? That's
so. There's a story of Manny Ramirez when he got signed to the Guardians, and after he was making, you know, a lot of money, you know, in spring training, he told the you know, the bat boy basically to go get him some McDonald's. And the bat boy was like, I don't have any money. He goes, oh, there's money in the glove compartment. The kid rolls up. There was like 40 grand in the glove compartment.
Kind of shit happens all the time. I mean, I've told the story where Dontrell Willis would just give me his debit card and his PIN and tell me to go get money out because he wanted some money, or go buy, you know, booze for the bus trip or plane ride or what, you know, they don't care about money. It's just, and there's a lot of, I don't know, what's it called? Culture shock or something when you're coming from another country. Because I know a lot of guys that don't speak English that, and Dan Levitard talks about this all the time. They would go to the grocery store and buy like dog food because they can't read the label, and it, you know, it has a picture of a happy family on it or whatever. You know, it doesn't have a picture of a dog. It has a picture of like a happy family playing. So they're like, okay, I'll get some. Like, I just can't imagine how hard it is to be a teenager in a totally different country, all this money, you don't know who to like. To me, that's probably the harder adjustment than playing ball, right?
When I first started teaching here in Charlotte, and you know, I was learning that I was going to have like students that really didn't speak English.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, you know, okay, I'll deal with it, whatever. But then when it really hit me how hard it was for them was when I would do these like in-class lessons where I would have them copy something, or I would tell them to do stuff on their paper, and then snappy, like, okay, turn them in. I'm collecting it. Just make sure they're paying attention. And so I was doing this thing, and I kept saying, draw a table of the input, output, draw a table, but I wasn't modeling it or anything. And I picked up all the papers, and the two Hispanic kids, they had drawn like a table you would have. They had drawn like several of them. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, like I am definitely falling short. I need to.
Right. You got to check yourself
more. Yeah. I can't just take it for granted.
But even that, and their kids, and that would be horrible. But at least those people have their families with them for the most part. If you're
right.
14, 15 years old and you have nobody, like, to me. And the other thing about being a ball player, if you got signed for, I mean, everybody's trying to take advantage of you. They know you got millions of dollars. You know, what you signed for was reported. It's not like you're just some guy who came to the United States, right? You're a target for everybody. So I remember Livan Hernandez used to play for the Yankees, Marlins stuff. He came up through Charlotte, and
that was the dude. I think was he the one that his age changed? Like,
yeah, he did. Yeah, but
maybe that was him.
He ballooned to like 300 pounds because he didn't know how to go to the grocery store and get food, so he would just eat at McDonald's every day. Which, like, I totally get. Like, if I was in Mexico or something and I didn't know what to buy at the grocery store, I just like pick a fucking restaurant and this is where I eat every day. You know what I mean?
Like, guys have no idea how to cash a check because they don't know how to do a bank account. They don't.
Hey, DeMar.
That's the crazy thing is, like, oh, man, I want to talk about something else, but I don't. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why can't we post videos on X anymore?
I think we can. On the Hive account, it always gives me some kind of error, but I think we can. Why? Can you not?
No, there's a thing on Twitter today about how you can't post online videos on X anymore. It's like Elon Musk said you can't do it now, but you can't post videos on X.
Well, I see videos of like baseball plays all the time. I mean, I'm watching one right now from today's game that ended in an ABS challenge. I don't know.
You must be in some underground.
Yeah, you're on the
Twitter
super scary onion router Twitter or something.
You're on that Silk Road.
Twitter. I want to talk about something that's not sports related if you guys want to do that, but we don't have to.
I'm up for talking anything.
Okay. I've been getting into like the manosphere or whatever and kind of researching it a little bit. So I watched this documentary by Louis Theroux, who I like most of his documentaries because I think he's a smart, interesting guy. And he did one. It's on Netflix. It's not the greatest, but
did you say to back up Nanosphere?
Manosphere, like the bro culture type shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here I'm thinking this is a science document. Okay.
No. Well, kind of it is, but so he goes and hangs out with all these bros in the manosphere, and like a lot of young people today follow these jerk offs who just think the point of life is having sex with as many people as you can, getting as much money as you can. It doesn't matter if you screw people over, treating women like trash, all this kind of stuff. And it was shocking to me after I saw that how many of the young people I interact with kind of believe that. They think basically, and I could be getting this wrong. If I am, please correct me. But basically, the point of being a man is, again, having as much sex as you can, getting as much money as you can, not having a 9-to-5 job, like all that kind of stuff. And it kind of scares me a little bit. And then I started thinking about when we were young men, what our parents taught us, like what it meant to be a man versus today. And I don't know, man, it's fucking scary.
The thing is, there's still parents out there teaching their kids what our parents taught us. But the thing is, when we were young and, in our teens and late teens, we couldn't just like take our phone out and counteract that message within 2 seconds. We couldn't take our phone out and be given the opposite message with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we all knew people at school that didn't really, that didn't give a fuck about anything or,
Yeah.
And those dudes were bad, Yeah.
Well, now it's celebrated as kind of the thing that scares me. And like, I was just wondering, like, kind of what your parents taught you. Cause my parents, it wasn't really like man versus woman role type stuff, but it was, you should take pride in your job. You should do it the best you can. You should help people you care about. You should fight for people that can't fight for themselves, that kind of shit. Like, and all my friends, all their parents did the same thing. And I'm just wondering, has that changed, or it's just this small group of people, or what?
Well, I will say this. I feel like I'm lucky. I have the best parents in the world. Like, I feel so lucky.
I feel that way.
But I will say this: not all my friends' parents, when I was young, and it was a striking, like, blow to like what I thought adults were like when I met some of my friends' parents.
Right. Yeah.
My parents were, my mom was a librarian. My dad was a freelance journalist and a college professor,
right,
in English. So I was given lots of messages of how to be a man. Use your brain. Use your integrity. Be there every day. It's stuff like that.
Right.
But when I started meeting some of my friends' parents, that was when I was like, oh, whoa, like, not all adults are like this. So there was obviously, poor messaging going on.
Right. Yeah.
It wasn't everybody's parents that were, we were.
I feel for the most part, most of my friends had parents that thought that. So I'm kind of wondering, do these kids that go down this trail now, do they just not have role models? So they try to pick up these guys to give them life. Like, I'm sorry, man. If you're following Andrew Tate and getting life advice from him, you're fucked, because that's not going to work. And I don't know. Do they not have role models? So they pick up anybody they can, no matter who it is. And then that's who they emulate, or what?
I mean, it's not all of the time like that, but a lot of the time it is like that.
Okay.
Like, I taught for a long, long time. And I can just, as you were saying that, I can remember so many kids just right off the top of my head that would be so susceptible to that.
Yeah.
Like the kid I dropped off one day, he was like, "You could just drop me off here." It was like at a corner.
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, where's your house?" No, it's down there. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
my uncle right there. And I
Yeah. I got a car. It's not that big a deal.
all
Yeah.
these dudes that, trust me, these were not good dudes. Like, "Hey, Lewis, yo, what's up?"
Yeah.
And it's just like, he definitely wasn't going home to his dad. And there's a lot of kids out there like that because there's a lot of shitty adults out there.
I mean, I'm not going to be here, but it kind of makes me scared for some of these people because that's just not the way to, and most of them are like, you should watch the documentary because, how do you make money? 9-to-5 job is for suckers, which I get that tendency, but if you have nothing, a 9-to-5 job is pretty fucking cool. You know what I mean? Like, at least to get you a place to stay, you know what I mean? Like, and then I don't know, man. It's the whole thing kind of is just weird to me. So watch it sometime or something. And
yeah, that's scary. I will watch that. It's
also funny because these guys are total phonies. He interviews this one guy who's like, "Yeah, I have a girlfriend, but she knows I fuck every other women and stuff." And so like Theroux's like, "Okay, let's talk to her." So he talks to her for like 2 seconds. He's like, this guy says you guys are basically getting married, but you let him fuck whoever you want. And she's like, "Fuck no, that's not." Like, it's just all fronting bullshit. Like, and if you can't see through that, it scares me.
It's a way to make money. I think money is, but it's it's scary. It's scary.
Yeah. Reggie, thoughts? Or you just want to talk basketball, which is fine.
So I work for a nonprofit that works with kids who've made poor decisions.
Yeah.
And we basically use behavioral modification to help them learn how to make good decisions. But it's all modeling. I mean, it's evidence-based, it's modeling. Yeah. When you have the most powerful man in the world who lives in this country espousing these same beliefs, why are we surprised when this whole sphere exists?
Yeah. Right.
So not to blame one person for the cause of it, but if that's your model, this is what you get.
Right.
And it has to change one person at a time, one model person at a time.
Right.
The people who quietly lead as models are the ones who will eventually win. We're just in a bad transition now. But I believe in the ultimate good of the human being as opposed to I'm not negative regarding.
No, I think, yeah, go ahead, Rock. Sorry.
I also believe this is nothing new. I mean, this is not like a new.
It's cyclic. I would agree.
A lot of American males, or males, white males, particularly in general, which is so fucking terrible. And I also feel like it's also like it's always been somewhere in the world, but also this is one of those things that the internet brings us, it puts in our face.
Yeah.
And it almost makes us like look at any guy that's kind of big and strong and be like, "Oh shit, I wonder if he's."
Yeah. Well, that's the thing I was going to say is,
and then we shouldn't feel like we shouldn't let it make us feel that way.
So every time there's new technology revolutions occur, whether it was the printing press printing the Bible, that was the way the whole world changed, and look what it did. And the social media is the same way now. At some point, it will filter down, and people's discernment tools will get better. Yeah. And that's the problem. You have to have a way of filtering it. And if you don't have any way of filtering it, you're screwed. There's just so much information out there.
All of these skills that that we need to adapt to, like that we need to learn, that these newer skills that's been going on for a while, in some sense since the Industrial Revolution, but it's not normal in evolution to have to learn to change our behavior in such a way this fast.
Right.
And that's why we're like, basically every decade setting records for like teen anxiety and depression.
Right. Yeah.
They're not supposed to live their human existence like this. They're
Right.
not.
And I think the internet has changed the reach of these people too. So instead of one person who's espousing this bullshit having reach over 5 or 6 kids in his neighborhood, now it's over everybody in the world, right? You know, all I have to do is get online and stream, and there's 100,000 people in there all believing my bullshit. Then
online, there's not the dad next door that's going to come over and beat your ass.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Right.
So the Kings beat the Raptors.
All right, let's go Kings.
So the Hawks are now in 5th place.
Okay. Give us an update of the standings.
So the Cavs are in 4th.
Okay. By how many games?
The Hawks are in 5th, 3.5 games behind the Cavs.
Okay, so Rock, you probably have to win 2 more games to secure 4th.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be a problem with our schedule.
Okay. All right.
They need to be against Atlanta, though.
Okay, so 5th. All right. Who's 6th?
If they beat Atlanta once, they're guaranteed 4th. They're only a game and a half behind the Knicks. And the Knicks, I think the Knicks won tonight.
You know what? Give us 5th to make us face some adversity. I wouldn't even mind that. I swear I wouldn't mind that.
You gotta have home court, bud. I'm sorry.
No, we don't. Look at our record this year. Home court, it's like the same.
So the 4th and 5th place team, whoever wins that will play the 1st versus 8th. And you don't want to mess with the Hornets then, Rock. So you need to move
That's
up
true, Rock. What if it's Cavs Hornets round 2 and I have $800 worth of tickets?
I will be rooting like hell for the Cavs. You better believe it. But I'll have some money on the Hornets. You better believe that.
I got $100,000 worth of tickets in my account right now. So
I'll be going nuts for the Cavs, but I'll also be counting my money all the way to the bank when the Hornets win.
So the Hawks are 5th with a 1-game lead over the Raptors.
Okay.
6th.
Okay.
The 7th place is the Sixers, who are half game behind. And then 8th, 9th, and 10th are the Hornets, Magic, and Heat, who are 2 games behind the 76ers.
Okay. And the Hornets win that 3-way tiebreaker, right?
Between the Magic, the Heat, and the Hornets win the 3-way tie, yes.
Okay.
Because they have a better division record.
Right.
Because Hornets beat the Magic 3-1. The Magic beat the Heat 5-0, but the Heat beat the Hornets 3-1. Yeah. So the Magic actually have more victories because of the play-in game, but the Hornets have a better conference record or better division record.
Score.
Yeah.
So if the playoffs started right now, the Hornets would get a home play-in game.
No, well, their first game would be against Philadelphia. If they beat the Philadelphia, they're number 7 seed. If they lose, they would host either the Magic or the Heat.
Okay. All I want is a home playing game so I can sell those fucking tickets. Is that bad? I mean, they charge me money for them.
Home series.
Well, I know. I'm trying not to be
a home
greedy.
series. Sorry, any series.
Yeah, I want a series, but like, even if I can just get 1 game at home, I can make some money off those tickets and feel good about myself. And then go from, then you're playing with house money. You know what I mean?
The Hornets actually have a better record on the road. So if they're number 8 seed and have to play Sixers or Toronto, I'm fine with that.
I would be very, very afraid of the Sixers. Have you seen Paul George playing lately?
Dude, that fucking PEDs work, brother. That's all I'm gonna say. That shit works. Do that shit.
Yeah. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. A guy gets suspended for like 60 games. He comes back. He's still jacked. And he's like, awesome.
That muscle just doesn't go away, right? Like he's like, fuck, I already got suspended. Might as well keep it up for the next 60 days.
Had this shit on for at least the rest of the year.
Exactly.
This was an embarrassing loss for the Raptors to lose to the Kings at home. That's pretty bad.
Well, especially when the Kings did not want to win. They're trying to secure the number 1 pick. Like, I'm sure they didn't want to win.
The Kings have already screwed that chance. They've already screwed that chance.
How many wins do the Kings have?
The Kings are
11.
The Kings are currently 5th in the lottery odds.
Gotcha. By the way, I saw Chewy post somewhere that he's got like really good seats for the Pelicans game, and he's taking his son, I believe.
Nice.
And I was like, man, that's going to be such a core memory for that kid. And like, I can remember my dad taking me to like my first baseball game where we had really good seats. I can still remember it to this day. So like, that's just so cool that look, there's bad things about your team sucking, but there's also good things where you can kind of get tickets like that and not have to mortgage your house.
When I was a kid, first of all, Cade Smith is in the game. It's 4-0 Guardians, so we know this game is over
right
now.
No, Cade Smith.
Close
Cade
out
Smith
Cade.
can fuck this instantly. So
he's got a solid 9 ERA on the season. When I was a
it's not
kid,
like he has to face anybody good. It's just Tucker, Freeman, Betts. Yeah, nobody good. So,
when I was a kid, the Indians back then played in an 80,000 capacity stadium that the city of Cleveland built to try to get the Olympics, which they never got.
the mistake
And
by
the
the
Browns
lake.
and the Indians played there. And you would go there and 80,000 seats because they were so bad when I was young. Like the laughing stock of the league.
Yeah.
Which brought on the Major League Series.
Yeah.
There would be like 3,000 people there.
Yeah.
So I'd go there with my dad and we would just walk to whatever seat we wanted to sit in.
Yeah.
And I remember those were
What
great
year do you
times.
think that was?
What's that?
What year do you think that was?
I'd say 86.
All right, I'm gonna look up the attendance for that year.
80.
Wow, that's bullshit. They said they averaged 18,170 fans per game. No fucking way.
That's an 80,000 seat stadium. Imagine how that looked.
18,000's a lot. The Marlins would kill for 18,000, bud.
Yeah, well, that's Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland's still,
Yeah.
it's a sports city. Try 88 or 89, maybe.
Okay. 87. Okay, 87 was much worse. 12,307.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I think that was the season that SI predicted them to win 100 games, and they had Corey Snyder on the cover of the baseball issue, and they lost 100 games instead.
So they didn't even draw a million, or they drew just over a million, 1,007,800.
Again, put it in context. It's an 80,000 seat stadium, like a giant stadium.
What do you think their payroll was back in 1987?
I don't know, 300,000. No,
12 million.
How much?
12 million.
12 million.
It's one player now,
what's
right?
today, like 13.5 million?
What's that?
I think today it's like 13.5 million. So
yeah,
cheap.
exactly. No shit, right? Shohei makes that in a day.
Okay, WizWit wants people to put a bad baseball team that you root for anyway in the Hive stream to win a vintage vibes.
Bad baseball team that I root for anyway, the Cardinals. They suck, but
Can you
Pirates,
are the Guardians
hey,
a bad baseball team?
Hold on, Lee. I really like what the Pirates did this year. I think their pitching is way better than what people give them credit for. I like Keller. Obviously, Skeens is a stud. I really think Jones is going to come back and crush it when he gets off the IL. And their offense is really improved with Lau and Ozuna, and you got Connor Cummins. So like, I wouldn't shit on the Pirates too much right now. I think their future's bright. I have lots of Pirate stories if we want them at some time.
Isn't there a baseball team moving to Vegas soon?
Yeah, the A's, the Athletics.
When's that happening?
I agree with Chewy that I'm rooting for the A's.
Yeah, the A's, well, in Sacramento at least. Yeah, again.
Oh my God.
My guy Jeffrey Springs is out there. Rangers.
Freddie Freeman just went yard off Cade Smith.
Oh my God, he did. Well, the Cardinals basically traded all their good players, and not only did they trade all the good players, they're paying basically their whole salary to get rid of them. So yeah, they're not great. Although you are right, they did win 2 out of 3 from the Mets, but I think the Mets are god awful, to be honest with you. So I know that's your team, man, but I think I don't get the Bichette thing, and
They're going to finish better than the Cardinals, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, they'll be much better.
So I have something I want to talk about when you get a chance.
Okay.
So on the Hornets stream last night, Dale Curry's key to the game were BBC.
I saw that. I did see that.
And he said,
somebody,
There's
the
no question they were laughing about
has
that.
to be like, don't do that.
And Dale Curry said, "Get your minds out of the gutter, guys."
Oh, you're a Yankees fan. Okay, that's much better. Although the Mets just spend so much money that I think it's funny. Marlins, hey man, the Marlins have been playing really good lately. I'm not gonna lie. Like I like Kim Wynn, but once they got rid of her, I think that team has kind of turned it around. The problem is, well, first off, the good thing is they made a bunch of good trades. The Stour trade was fucking incredible. I don't know what the Orioles were thinking. And they got a couple really good players coming up. So I don't think the Marlins are that bad. Plus, you got to remember the Marlins have won 2 championships since the expansion. And
Stop it. I don't want to hear about.
I know Rock would give up a lot to have one of those. So
fucking Edgar Renteria.
But look, David Sampson is a phenomenal businessman, but he fucked that team 7 ways to Sunday. I love listening to him, but he fucked that team. He fucked the city. He did all that. So, I told you the story about Sampson before, like how he got his start in business was. Did I tell you this?
I don't even know who it is. I don't tell you.
He used to be. He was the stepson of the owner of the Marlins, so they made him president. And he has a podcast now, and he's pretty open about all the business of baseball, which I kind of like because you don't hear that very. Damn, he almost hit another one.
I know. I was just gonna say he almost let up another homer.
But
Sampson,
when he was a kid, or not a kid, when he first got out of college, he went to Paris, and he saw that people were buying the New York Times for like $8 or $9 on Tuesday because it was the only American newspaper you would get there. So he made a deal with the New York Times to go buy like 1,000 of them. And then he would fly to Paris on Sunday night with the Sunday paper and go sell them to big hotels. Like that's how he ended up starting to make a bunch of money, was just taking a flight to Paris, go to like the Ritz and all those big places and sell them 100 copies so they could give to their guests. And it's pretty genius when you think about it. I mean,
yeah, just find yourself a hustle and you're on your way.
Yep. So, but yeah, Sampson does suck. He is a con artist. He sold the city that team was going to be good and then immediately traded all the players. And as a businessman, he's great, but he fucked that city. The Giants, I think the Giants are okay.
I hear something funny.
Edgar Diarrhea. Is that what you were going to say?
No, I was just going to say after Trump's speech finished, the Dow Jones futures dropped 500 points.
Shocking. I mean, don't really want to get into politics here because we'll lose 3/4 of the audience. But
we're 3 of the 4 audience members, though, right?
That's true. That's very true. Rock, do you want to go over any of the baseball stuff that I said before we get out of here, so I can laugh at myself only a week into the season?
Listen, I really like the parlay that I put in. For the Yankees to win the East, Houston to win the West, Kansas City to win the Central. It's plus 3,121.
Yeah, I got that one too.
I mean,
what's that?
If people want to get it now, it's probably still the same odds. I just like that bet. I think it's a good bet.
Yeah, I do too.
I want to mention that the Hornets officially have the toughest remaining schedule in the NBA.
Okay, let's talk about that before we get out of here. And Rock, I want your take is kind of
number 1 strength of schedule left with
I know it is.
Percentage. Yeah,
I know that's one of the reasons that I thought about cashing that thing in, but I decided I'm not gonna.
Okay, so let's talk about it before we get out of here. It's almost 11, so I know we'll go soon because you guys got to get up.
Yeah, I gotta go soon. But
how many? If the Pistons are up, because the second to last game is the Pistons. The Pistons are up 4 games. They rest everybody against the Hornets second to last game, right?
Most likely.
Okay. If the Celtics are locked in with 2 games to go, they rest everybody, right?
I see your point.
Boston has a 2.5 game lead over the Knicks.
Okay, so if they're locked in with that's the second to last game,
Yeah.
they're not playing Tatum, right? And they're probably not playing a bunch of the guys the whole game. And then the last game of the season is the Knicks. If the Knicks are locked in, they're resting their guys too, right?
The Knicks have to worry about the Cavs.
Do you know?
Okay.
Do you know who y'all sound like right now?
Like a Cavs fan?
WFAN. We should trade
You sound like
Roki Sasaki.
you sound like some fans that are so starved for the playoffs. Now that it's within reach, you have to analyze every single possible scenario.
Dude, have you been to our Discord? That's all it is people coming up with ways to win 4 out of the last 7 games so we can get a freaking playoff game here.
Here's
Hey,
what
Rock, you have to remember, before the Hornets went to New Orleans, there was a series of 9 out of 10 years where the Hornets had 40-plus wins every year. The only year they didn't was the shortened season when they finished 26-24, which is a 40-plus win season. So there was a 10-year period where the Hornets had good teams. 3 of those 10 years, it was 50-plus wins.
And how long has it been since then?
Well,
long
the
time.
year
Since
that was the year.
The
90. That last year, Baron Davis took them to the playoffs, and the Hornets moved to New Orleans.
What year was that?
98, 99, JD? Do you remember?
Something like that. No,
and they came back.
It
Over
was
25 years.
It was 2000 because my dad died the day before that series started. I remember that. So yeah, it was May of 2000. It's been a while.
So
but
2 years later, we get a team.
Playoffs,
2016.
They were beating the Heat, and then some jackass fan had to start talking shit to Dwayne Wade. And anyway.
What's crazy, Rock, is that season the Hornets were tied. It was a 4-way tie for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. So the Hornets got to 6th place, and the Heat got to 3rd. You know, they had the same record.
That was 2016?
Was home court advantage went to the Heat, and that's why they won the series. And it was like division record. It was a 4-way tie for that place. Crazy.
Tell me why neither of those teams are going anywhere in the playoffs.
What teams?
Any team in the East. The Heat.
Because of LeBron.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
there was no one coming out of the East except the Cavs that year.
You can dream. All right. I'm going to let you guys get out of here. I appreciate everybody watching. We'll be back next Wednesday at about 9:30. Rock, thank you. I appreciate
Peace
it.
And love. Peace and love.
I'm glad we kind of figured out what we'll do with the playoffs, and I think that's a better plan than anything else.
Just wait for the first weekend game or Friday night game is fine.
Okay.
All right.
This time actually make the playoffs.
This time next week, we'll be talking about the Hornets' 5-game win streak.
All right. I hope you're right, Reggie.
We'll be analyzing all the ins and outs of what they still need to do.
We'll be talking about, well, if this team rests this guy and this guy has 60 points, maybe they can. Yeah, exactly. All right. I'll see you guys next week.
Is sore. I should be. Okay. All right.
Oh, what was that? Yeah, we're going to be analyzing the guy's poop to see if he's ill or something. And yeah, exactly.
Edgar diarrhea.
See you guys. All right. Goodbye.